gonna come out here, and it looks like our Zerg player is just gonna go for the good old Baneling bust. It looks like, I would think that's the only reason why you'd get a Baneling nest this early. So we do see a bunker go down, so Fox is gonna prepare for that, and he did actually see the Baneling nest, but I'm not sure if he clicked on it, but I think he can be reasonable enough to assume that. So supply depot goes down, and it's gonna go back up here in a moment. Widow mines are gonna get burrowed in good positions. Even not getting those two Zerglings is probably actually a good thing. Good timing on Foxer's end, because if he got those two Zerglings, that would be one less discharge. And this Widow mine might not be here in time. But we do see the first set of Banelings being morphed with more Zerglings along the way. So 12 more are being morphed in right now, and we have another set of Lings coming across the map. So this could be very intense. We see even more Banelings being made. We have the two Hellions, and the Widow Mines are incremented, which will be nice. And then we have the 4 Hellions going to poke out, and they're going to actually see these Banelings and Zerglings. So these Hellions going to try to do as much damage as possible, and the Widow Mine's going to go off. Oh, it's not even going to go off, but the Baneling bust has been done, but everything gets cleaned up. Will he continue this aggression? Nope, he's going to go back to droning up. So not getting as much done as he wanted to, but he did take out a bunker, and he did take out some units. He took out 2 Hellions and 5 Marines, but he lost a lot with that. In fact, he lost 1,300, almost 1,400 resources from that. And with a relatively quick fix, that's a lot. That's definitely a lot to invest in just to kill out some workers. So, all right, moving on. Hellions move out. They're gonna do some poking, some scouting, all that fun stuff. We see that he's gonna go for the 3rd base here, but the Hellions are not gonna be able to snipe him in time. But we do see the layers starting up, and with the layer and the Roach Warren, it's gonna be a fantastic time. So Hellions continuing to poke at this. They don't have enough DPS to be able to take it down, but if they could, they would. But they're going to go scout. They're going to see these Zerglings that are placed conveniently at the natural or on the ramp. And now they're going to go through and continue to scout. So Queen's coming back around. Hellion's going to come in. One Hellion actually gets snagged, and the other one's going to just, for the sake of scouting, going to scout. Doesn't say too much, but it confirms what he probably already knows here. So more gas is being taken now that the lair is done, and we're going to see roach speed be constructed. So this Zerg player definitely likes to play ZVT differently. We see a group of Marines come out with some Widow Mines here, so they're going to look to do some damage. And we do see the +1 attack is almost halfway done, and the +1 armor is just starting. So this medevac will be out, so that's going to help increase the DPS by virtue of his units lasting longer. And these units are going to start taking out this Overlord to start off with, and then it looks like we get the really quick cancel here. So nice to get the cancel. It would have been better if he got the 300 minerals at this point, but nothing for that yet. We see a group of roaches and some Banelings come out. There's going to be an initial drop right here that's going to be coming out and going to the natural. But we do see the Hellions are going to come up, and they're going to see a lot of units here. So Widow Mine goes down. It's going to kind of get sniped at. These Marines are going to do some damage here. But another drop comes in, and they're the ones that's going to be doing all the damage. So taking out 8 different workers here. I didn't see if the Widow Mine went off, but yeah, these Marines, these splits are coming up. Like, oh, a nice hit by the Banelings here. So trying to micro this Marine to be able to take out the take out the Queen. He barely misses it. So some cute little micro tricks by our Foxer, but he's going to lose his medevac if he's not careful enough. This medevac going down. But Foxer's going to come out with another round of units. So lots of roaches coming up and 1 Baneling, and no more military units being produced at this time. And they're going to run right in the middle. So Foxer's going to go up with Stim, and he has his Widow Mine here. So he's going to press his advantage forward and going to micro away from this Baneling. And he's going to take on these roaches, and he'll be able to take it out with no problem. So pressing up right in front of him, doing the hug, the wall of death. We see a couple of Marines coming to get dropped in the main base as they're going to continue taking out overlords. And looks like Foxer might have done it. He has to save this medevac though. It's taking lots of damage, losing losing one of his Marines and not the others and such like that. So this is kind of Foxer pushing it. He's trying to do some micro tricks, but Roach is going to come out in time, save the day, and he's going to start in his +1/+1. But we do see Foxer starting on his +2. But the big thing is the supply difference. 64 to 110, with the Zerg player even being blocked from all those overlords being taken out. So Widow is placed here. Green on top of green. It's hidden. Smart of Foxer to do that. He's going to send out another task force as well. Even has a third base up as a planetary fortress, because why not? Producing 11 Marines at a time and starting his +2/+2 Marine or Widowmine. So this Widowmine's going to come up and he's going to place himself down in a certain particular position, and it's not even going to get sniped. And another one gets incremented, so they're going to be leapfrogged. And we see a drop is actually taken out, or half the drop's taken out, but we see another Preston in the main. So really good splits from Foxer, but these roaches are going to be able to handle a lot. But there's also a drop in the main base as well, so they're going to be taking out all these drones, these roaches, and these queens. So lots of damage being done here. So roaches don't know what to do. More drones are going to be taken out, and these roaches are going to try to start focusing down a Marine, but this medevac has a lot of healing power, and these Marines are going to go up. So 11 workers lost at this point, and another set of workers going to go down. 19, 20, 21, and it looks like the count's going to even increase with this drop coming in here. So Fox are really doing some damage at this point. So 25 workers, 27. Let's see how high it gets. So drones are going to get pulled away, but now it's at 36 lost, and Fox is now just playing with his it's like when you play with your meal at this point, because just doing all these cute micro tricks, still macroing up. He even has 2 command centers being made right now. This is pretty much going to be GG. This Zerg player doesn't have too much going on for him. So 40 supply to 150. His drop is just finally getting cleaned up, but 43 workers, it's a lot. So even letting these medevacs die, because he doesn't care one bit about them, because he has this huge army coming up. Yeah, it's gonna be the end. It's gonna be end. Even taking the gold base right underneath this overlord. It's watchful eye. There's not much you can do at this point. Look at all those Marines. Look at that's what, 10. Yeah, that's going to be 12, 13 Widow Mines right here. So they're going to press forward. SEV takes the first shot. Widow Mines get placed. And these Marines are going to just push through and power right through. So going forward, doing the micros. Going to run right in. Take out these roaches. More roaches being made. And that's going to be GG. Foxer brings it back to make it 3-4. Still Infinity Gaming's favor. So, will Rival be able to bring this back? And by Rival, will will Foxer be able to bring this back in game number 8? Or will the next Infinity Pro player be able to close things out? We'll have to find out here shortly, in the next coming moments, when an Infinity Pro sends out their second Diamond player. And we're going to figure out who that is coming up in just a few moments. So, if you're new to the stream, welcome. I stream these clan wars every week, and you'll see a lot of streaming activity from me. if you're not new, welcome back. Looks like Foxer is back in the chat to hang out until we figure out who the next player from Infinity Gaming is. Looks like they gotta find that player. So, in case you wanna download this replay is brought to you by some random endorsement that Jake can't even think. Oh, I know. This replay brought to you by Fitbit Surge, the smart activity watch with GPS coordinates to be able to track your distance, calculate your heart rate, and give smartwatch notifications. As you can see, the SC2 replay stat spot is in the chat, so you can go to that link right there to download that replay and see random other statistics that I don't generally pay attention to. So, looks like we're continuing to wait for the Infinity Gamers next player. Foxer is in the chat discussing his opinion about things with the rest of the chat. And no, it's not. It's not. That would be cool if your APM could be tracked. They really need a keyboard that actually like tracks your APM and then have a driver with it. They'll be able to do that. Give you little shots to play faster. What the Why'd you leave, Foxer? Why'd you leave? Oh my god. Did he go? Oh, he's playing a game? Ah, I see. So, we're still waiting on the player that's going to be playing next. It's going to be Game 8 in this Best of 9 series, so we may potentially see all 9 games, but we'll have to figure that out here soon. So, Zergo P. So yeah, he's in the micro trainer, continuing to train things up. So, I'm kind of tired right now, so a lot of things I'm saying may or may not come out like as an English word. So, but like I said, to everyone that's new here, welcome. To everyone that is returning, welcome as well. You have come back to the right place. Clan Wars are casted because I'm going to go as far to say I am the official streamer / caster for the rival gaming Clan Wars that happen. And we have Clan Wars every week with various clans, so you can catch all the action on this stream or on someone else's stream if I'm not available to at that time. But so you catch all the action here. You'll also be able to see my first person play as well. When I do my own laddering, you can see my Scrub Gold League play. The play that apparently that apparently can take out Sean. JK. But it looks like Old Man Slum is going to be our next player. And we're back. Old Man Slum choose map pool reset since game 8. So, who's my favorite co-caster? I'd say it's probably either you, Pierre, or Sean's actually a really brilliant caster. He doesn't do much of the fluff at this point, but he's actually like when it comes to games, he actually, like when Protoss is playing, he actually says a lot of intelligent things. So that I actually enjoyed casting with him the one time. So I wish I could see a little bit more of that here. So Old Man Slum is a Masters player, apparently. We're not going to wait for the original. And Rekka, who's casting Sean versus Jake? Good question. The question is, who's streaming Sean versus Jake? So, no, you think I'm Artosis. I always says that that my favorite co-caster is Tasteless. No. If I had the honor to cast with Tasteless, I'd turn it down. No, I'm kidding. I totally get on that train. So looks like game number 8 is gonna happen on Overgrowth. We're gonna jump in the game and we're gonna get this clan war continued. So good luck, have fun. Rival Gaming still in the ropes, but Foxer playing on Pierre's account is still gonna keep the game alive, gonna keep the dream alive. So clan war still going on. It is on Overgrowth. This is game number 8. It is currently 4-3 for a score. And we are in game here. So spawning in the left-hand corner of Overgrowth, it is our ace player from Rival Gaming winning the last game and keeping the dream alive for all Rival members. It is the Green Terran player, Foxer. His name says Pierre, but it's really Foxer playing on the account. And in the top right-hand corner, it is our Zerg player. It's purple from Infinity Gaming. It is the one, the only Old Man Slum. So let's get our scores set up correctly. So this should be 3. This should be 4. All right. So another Terran vs Zerg. Nothing to note so far in this game. It's going to be a pretty standard matchup, I think. It looks like Foxer is feeling pretty confident, and he's actually not going to wall off his main base. So he's playing very, very... honey. Pierre's telling you this, but... That's gotta be very confusing for you, honey. But yeah, no, Pierre is normally a Protoss player, but when someone else is playing as Pierre, that person's gonna play as his preferred race, and it turns out it's just Foxer in this instance. So he's gonna go for the barracks and gas. He actually gets his gas second, it looks like, by the timing. So that's happening. It looks like, according to Crazy Clown, that the Diamond player just hit Masters yesterday. So this guy is a fresh Masters player. He must be feeling good. He probably posted on Reddit already telling the world that he made it a Masters. He's getting his patch first, and we'll follow it up with a 16 pool. And we're going to see that this game's going to continue to get played out. So barracks is finishing, the orbital command starts, and the Reaper is instantly queued up here. So Reaper is going to come out just like normal, because that's the way all Terran vs Zerg players start out, and it's pretty much normal at this point. So we're going to start seeing the wall off for Foxer, but he's actually going to get his command center here pretty quickly. So we're not actually going to see the wall off. I take that back. So, alright, Reaper comes out. He's going to make it his way to the other side of the base. And nothing new has changed at this point. Command center has started for Foxer at this time. Wow, do you ever get the feeling that you can actually feel tired. Like right now, I'm just like, ugh. So, quick switch of the tabs, because why not? Looks like John's getting back in this action. So, alright, the factory is halfway done, command center is halfway done, SCV's being made, and a couple of Zerglings are going to try to take out this Reaper, but the Reaper is going to jump up, and he's going to continue to be a bothersome poke. So, double Reaper opening at this point. He's still going to be sniped by these Queens, but they're going to jump down, and they're going to jump back up. These Reapers don't really know what they want in life. They go down, they go up, they go down. They're going to get pushed out by the second Queen, though, so they're going to regenerate the health, and they're going to go back in, so it's not going to be the end of them by any means. So, another command center coming up from Foxer at this time. So, we're going to see double Hellions, and we see the tech lab is starting for him, so we're going to either see Stim. We're probably going to see Stim being researched. This is a pretty similar build to the one that he used against Eon. So it's one that Foxer is pretty comfortable with at this point, and he's going to continue to work with. So we're going to see if it actually works out with them because of different army composition. So the two Reapers are scouting for the third base and waiting for that drone to come by so they can snipe it. More Queens are going to come out. They're going to place the creep tumors down because that's what they do. And we see the drone's going to come up, and we see that these Reapers are here, and they spot it. Will they be able to deny this? Oh, yep, they deny that worker, and those Hellions will be able to take out those Lings if that's possible, but they're going to move away, because these Queens can basically take on the two Hellions and the two Reapers. So, smart choice by Foxter to just pull out. He knows. So, we're going to continue to see this game play out. We see the Baneley nest is being created, and we're going to see Stimpack is about almost halfway done. A set of Marines and Widow Mine's going to come out. So Foxer again going to elect to go with multiple Widow Mines. Widow Mines and Marines. Probably mix in some Hellions and then get the drops going with the starport here in just a moment. So Hellions and Reapers are looking to do some more damage here, but they can't engage on Crepe with speed things going out, so they're going to try to go around. And I like actually this Overlord positioning here, so being able to spot when waves and flanks come around. This is a Zerg that knows what he's looking for at this point, knows that there could be some units coming to deny scouting and such like that, but he's going to continue to wait for his third base, and then he's going to start droning that up. He's getting his double evil chambers, so he's be able to do double upgrades at the same time. And we see a round of drones are going to actually get sent over there, so he's going to be able to have those drones set up right away. Maybe spending some time to long distance mine just a little bit for the novelty. By that, I mean he's just not paying attention to that. But he has third base kind of up and running already, so this is going to be great. So this command center is still producing SCVs, not taking that third quite yet. And we have the Widow Mines here for defense, just in case anything were to come. But Hellions and Reapers try to get in on the action, but they're not going to be able to get too much. So just two drones lost from the initial Reaper push, I think that was. No, there was one drone sniped by the third, and the other one blah blah. Gonna check the Zelnaga Watchtower, continue doing their thing. Layer's over halfway done. The Zerglings are being created, and almost trying to take out these the Queens, but the Zerglings managed to kind of get us around. But on the Reaper, or on one Hellion, and getting in a little corner actually. This is actually really good for these Hellions, but more Zerglings are going to come around, so, but we do see multiple splits from Foxer, being able to save some of his units, but in the end, they all go down. So, +1/+1 is halfway for our Terran player, as well as Combat Shield's also halfway. We also see that +1/+1 for our Zerg player is 2/3 of the way done, maybe a little bit more, and he's getting Painling speed, so he's just a teeny bit ahead on the upgrades. These Zerglings are going to go ahead and walk around and try to do some damage done, but seeing that there's Marines there, they're probably just going to chill out for a little bit. We do see the transition to Mutalisk is happening here, and he's getting his 4th base and the macro hatch, so this Zerg player, Old Man Slum, really looking to get things going. So Zergling's coming. We have the sensor tower going down. Another bunker right here to be able to defend. Factory for getting more, for getting tanks out. All the other fun stuff worth mentioning, and another barracks as well. Another couple barracks. So really looking to ramp this all up. So this drop's gonna go out. The overlord's gonna spot it. That map awareness will probably kick in just a moment. Yep, there we go. They're gonna deny the scout. They see it. Half of them go to the 4th to be able to do some damage. The other half goes to the 3rd to be able to defend. But getting in the corner, being able to take out these Zerglings, he's gonna pack up and probably leave at this point. We see a set of Mutalisks being created, +2/+2s going, and we see the armory is just finishing up, so that will allow Foxer to get his +2/+2 going in just a moment. So Zerg's a little bit ahead of the game. We see a little bit more micro opportunities coming along, but not getting too much done. It sounded like he lost a Baneling, so you know that's worth something, I think. So continuing a couple Widow Mines. And we're going to see the continued making of Marines the Widow Mines. So going to Mass Marine middle style will be something that the Zerg player will have to learn to be cost effective against this, because Marines mass up pretty quickly, and when you split them correctly, they're pretty powerful, and Widow Mines obviously do that powerful splash damage. So we do see a flock of Mutalisks are going to fly out, and looks like they're gonna go for this 3rd base here, just taking the long way around. But we do see those Widow Mines and these Marines kind of go walking, trying to posture for the 4th, and looks like he's trying to get a surround on that actually. So we see a couple of Marines going out, and they're gonna find the wrong side of the law, and it looks like the Widow Mines are gonna take out a couple, and Baneling's gonna take out a couple Marines, and we're gonna see big splits coming up here. But a lot of Widow Mines in the back for support, and it looks like a surround may or may not be happening here shortly. So Widow Mines go off. There's a couple more. They unburrow on accident. So Widow Mines get all those Banelings, or they exploded on a single Widow Mine. Hard to tell at this point, but we're going to see those splits coming in. But with the big surround coming through, Foxer's going to lose his entire army here. So not looking good for rival at this time. So we do see that the Zerglings are going to press for a counterattack. They just got to posture themselves here. Looks like the Mutalist went somewhere. There they are. So looks like they're going to take out these Widow Mines here, who discharged on a different units. And the Mutalist, I like what he's doing. He's only having a handful of Mutalisks, and he has the Overseers. And with the sensor tower, it's making it look like the cloud's a little bit bigger. And going to continue massing up the Zerglings and Banelings and such, because that's really what's going to win him at this point, is all the Zerglings and Banelings. So I really like this. We do see a drop in the net at the 4th. Only dropping 3 Marines at a time for some god unknown reason. The Widow Mine takes out a drone, it looks like. But gonna go in this corner. Now he's going to go to the 3rd. Mutalisks are going to intercept this this drop. But it's going to get shut down. But at the same time, Foxer is going to come in, having the speed. Big Widow Mine hit, being able to take out everything. And so these medevacs are going to pick up, and they're going to run away and go back home. So got to go back with the rest of his army. So it is on 191 to 142 supplies, Zerg in favor, and these Zerglings are going to get in, and this might be the end of this game at this point, because we see 3 workers down, and Zerglings and Banelings going everywhere. We see a bunker engineering bay going down, just the wall off, but these Banelings are going to come in and destroy everything. We see the Zerglings coming through, they're rampaging all over, but the Zerglings are going to kind of pull out here, but there's a couple that are still in the base, losing 22 workers right now. Lots of Widow Mines being produced, a couple of them discharging on blank units, and this 3rd base is going to go down, and this 3rd base is going to go down. This is going to be the end of our rival player. I hate to say it, but Old Man Slum just getting into Masters, and now he's taking down rival team and gaming members. So this might be the end of the game. Foxer cleans up, but now he's at 74 supply, and he's playing against someone that's virtually a 200 supply. So Foxer is really going to need to win a miracle engagement 5 or 6 times in a row while continuing to macro up like a boss, or he's going to lose here in just a moment. Zerg player's even taking his gold base. He's feeling pretty comfortable at this point. He could take his other base if he wanted to. Foxer can't do too much. Foxer's just really, like, I've watched Foxer play, and he's just kind of like, he's really good with, he's kind of like what Marine King was a while back, where he's really, really good with his micro, but like kind of his macro kind of slips sometimes, but he gets so much efficiency out of some of his units that he can get away with a lot of these micro, like he actually gets value out of spending time with micro, where like most players would just be like trying to get some micro up, and looks like Temps has been timed out for some reason. Marines are going to push away these Mutalisks, and the Zerglings are going to come in. Ton of Banelings going to go off. Going to kill off all these Widow Mines. Looks like Widow Mine went off on the Zerglings, not these Banelings. And they're going to just detonate on these SCVs. We see some splits. It's going to be the end. The Banelings are even getting into the main base. Look at that. They're doing a run by on the main base. So that's happening. We see pushing out, killing an Overseer. 2 more Banelings are here, taking out the reactor. Infrastructure is going down from Foxer. He still has his production, but he doesn't have the workers to be able to sustain it, so it's pretty much useless. Mutalisks are going to come in, take out this barracks, and this is pretty much going to be it at this time. So, Banelings taking their dandy time. Command Center goes up, Command Center goes down. Just like the Reaper earlier in the game. And we see that the boys get pulled to the 3rd base to mine from it. So, Foxer being mined out in his main and his natural. He has to go to his 3rd, but this is going to be the final blow from our Zerg player. He's going to win this game, taking out that Widow Mine, and going to be able to take all these Marines. The SCVs are going to go out, and if this gets microed correctly, these could maybe... Oh, nope, those are changelings. So, as the Command Center is going to get taken out, and it looks like Foxer is just going to be in on this until he loses his last building. Widow Mine does get a good shot, and that's just going to be GG. So, that's going to be it. So, alright. That's going to be it for this clan war. Infinity Gaming wins 5-3. So, we went up to game 8. Thanks for the compliment, Zerg. I felt like I could have put on a better performance, but I am so tired right now. So work really kicks your ass when you have to do a lot of stuff. So so there's no more. This clan war is over. It is 5-3 in favor of Infinity Gaming, and let's do announcements here. So. If we go back to our events coming up, tomorrow evening we have a clan war. It's Team Ascension versus Rival Gaming. It's 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and if you're on the Pacific, then oh, he has 2 accounts, but yeah. So it's gonna be a best of 7 all kill with 3 diamonds and 1 Masters player. So that's gonna happen tomorrow. We're gonna get that streamed up. I should be around to be able to do that, unless service pack work tomorrow takes me out, but I should be back. Peer vs Honey show match, or rather grudge match. It's a best of 7 between the 2 on Saturday. That's going to be at 9 p.m. Best of 7, and that's going to be a show match at 9 p.m. Central Time on Saturday. And then Sunday, we're going to have a show match between MDK and MLT That's also best of 7, and that's going to be on Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Time. That's 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 3 o'clock p.m. and Pacific Time. Then next Clan War is going to be Rival versus Alpha Gaming on Tuesday, and that's going to be a Diamond Best of 9 all kill starting in Overgrowth. And then in the future, we're going to have a show match with me in it against Rama. So that's going to be exciting. And I'm probably going to lose. But Sean, if you're in here, I'm not going to lose. I'm just going to talk shit until I actually lose. But that's going to be coming up here in a couple weeks. So those are the events coming up. A little sneak peek to my announcement tomorrow. There's going to be a $200 prize pool for an event that I'm hosting. And more details to come on Team Liquid. And Reddit. I'm not sure if I can actually cross-post with my account. I want to. But I don't know if Reddit's going to ban my account because I'm promoting my own content, whatever that 1 to 9 rule is or whatever. So I'm going to make an announcement then, but there's going to be a $200 prize pool for that, so that's going to be pretty exciting. And hopefully we'll get an amateur, we're going to get a league for. So more details for that tomorrow. You got a sneak peek of that announcement. So we're working out the final details tonight, myself and Kaboosh, and that's going to be it. So nothing else to say on stream. We're going to give out a shout out to our new mod, Revelations. Thank you for stepping up by telling that inappropriate joke that got deleted. So now we have more mods, and that's pretty much going to be it. I don't have any further shout outs right now because no one sponsored me, Ripperino, and I'm going to turn the stream down. So, alright, cheers, making VODs, all that fun stuff. Peace.